We are now going to engage in a conversation with Davina Baptiste, where she'll let us know about her weight loss journey and how this influenced her to start her business Wellness with Davina B. Welcome to Good Morning SKN. Davina, pleasure to
Good
see
morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I've been looking forward to this.
All right, well, apparently so has Hortensia, because she couldn't wait about 2 segments ago. So finally, you're here. And we're going to ask you to tell us what motivated you to start your weight loss journey.
Okay, so, I was heavier all my life. I make this joke and I tell people, like, I was born a fat baby. I was always, chubbier as a child and, carried that into adulthood. So, carrying around that extra weight, over time wasn't a good thing. And it peaked in 2015. So at that point, I was struggling to climb up a flight of stairs. I was having digestive issues. One doctor told me I had gastroesophageal reflux disease. I was having migraines, insomnia, fatigue. I was just feeling really unwell in my body as somebody in their early 30s. And I was like, I can't continue like this. And so, I know it sounds cliche, but on January in 2016, I was like, this is the point where I have to change my life. And so I embarked on a journey to change my lifestyle. And within 7 months, I was able to shed 50 pounds and feel just so much better in my body and overcome a lot of the things that were beginning to become an issue health-wise.
Wow. Very impressive indeed, Davina. I mean, you make New Year's resolutions seem doable now.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Normally, when we start in January, we drop off the bandwagon by March. How hard was it for you to continue? And did you notice any changes to your health following your weight loss journey?
Well, I mean, not to say that I didn't do that before that you mentioned, like starting and stopping. And I tried a lot of other things before, all the different diets, the low carb, diet pills, near starvation. I tried all those things in the past. And of course, they didn't work because they weren't sustainable. And so I decided I needed to find a sustainable and healthy way to change my lifestyle. Like, I didn't think about it as, oh, I'm on a diet. I was like, this is a lifestyle change. And I think that's what made the difference, that I decided I was going to do it slow and steady, which is the best way to do it, and create a lifestyle that I could take to the rest of my life, not just some crash diet that I do for 3 months. And then the minute I come off of it, like, everything is undone.
Yep.
So that was my approach. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Right. And congrats again.
Indeed, definitely. You are a legend and obviously an inspiration for many, many people.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about your journey to becoming an herbalist and a hormone health consultant? Was that inspired in any way by your weight loss, or was it something else?
Definitely. So of course, years later, I mean, over the years, people who knew me would ask me, oh, how did you do it? How do you keep it off? And, I tried to share some tips, but, never really knowing how to do it, and exactly what to say. I knew what worked for me specifically, and I would try to help as much as possible. But in 2020, when we were all at home during lockdown here in St. Kitts, I was on Facebook one day and I was like, hey, you know what, let me share my health journey. And I did like this side-by-side photo where I started versus where I was at that time, and kind of just how I got there and, why I started. And people were like flooding my inbox, like, how did you do it? Tell me, I need some help. And again, I was like, okay, here's what I did. And I saw this ad, become a wellness coach. And I was immediately intrigued. I was like, what does that even mean? Yeah?
Yes, we're hearing you now.
Yeah,
yes,
we're hearing you.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Become a wellness coach, and I was intrigued, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. So I looked at the program, did some research, and I was like, I wonder if this is something I should do, because it was completely out of my wheelhouse of things that I knew that I liked doing, because, I'm a creative person, make handbags and jewelry. I did makeup in the past, and so this was completely different. But I was like, maybe this is a sign, right? And so I enrolled in that first program and finished that one within a few months, about 4 months. And then I started my practice in July of 2020. And I started with 3 persons, which was great. And it's just grown from there. And then so through my studies, and I've done additional courses since then, is that especially when it comes to women, I realized that people were approaching me for help with weight loss, but they were experiencing other things. And through doing specific courses and a lot of research, I realized that our hormones play such a huge role in everything that our body does, right? They're important chemical messengers, that manages everything from metabolism, reproductive health, your sleep, your mood, muscle growth and recovery, brain health, gut health. And it's like, okay, this makes sense, right? Because women will be coming to me, I want to lose weight, but I'm tired all the time. I want to lose weight, but I'm having trouble with my period. I want to lose weight, but I also have fibroids. And I realize like all of these things are connected. So how do I blend, helping people lose weight while also supporting their hormone health and other aspects of their health? And that's how I kind of merged the two and decided to specialize in that. So then now I help women who struggle with resistant weight, PMS, painful periods, fibroids, PCOS, thyroid issues, get to their health goals and just feel more vibrant and healthy. And then to supplement that, I've always been interested in herbs and have used herbs in my personal journey as well to resolve some issues that I was having, like my sleeplessness, my period problems. And I decided to take that extra step and become a herbalist as well so that I can help people on that front as well.
Okay, so Davina, you spoke to herbalism. So what exactly is a herbalist?
So a herbalist is someone who, I'll give you my definition, looking to nature for the answer to helping support good overall health. And like I said, I have found success in doing that, through my research, through doing coursework, looking to nature, because when we think about, and when I've looked at so many different herbs, especially things that a lot of us have growing in our gardens, and the healing properties that they have, it's like, I've not really relied on conventional medicine for the past 2 years since I've explored the power of herbs. So that would be my definition, looking to nature to help support your overall health and wellness.
So Davina, can you tell us what are some of the most common diseases that are caused by hormonal imbalances?
Well, I can speak to what I've seen in my practice, and all of the women that I've spoken to. I'm seeing fibroids being very prevalent, as well as polycystic ovarian syndrome. Those have been the two most prevalent that I've seen. And I'm still always amazed at how many women, especially young women, are experiencing these things and having challenges in knowing what to do and where to turn in order to feel better and overcome their symptoms.
What about the men, Davina? Do you deal with hormonal issues with men?
Well, my niche is women. Okay. However, more recently, in the last few months, I did get some interest from men wanting to be able to lose weight in a healthy and sustainable way. And so I do have one, DIY program that can be purchased from my site for men, but my niche is really women.
Okay, good stuff. So at least the men know they can come across if they need some help.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
All right, so just in case, some more men are watching and listening to you, that website, can you give it to us right now, please?
It's wellnesswithdavinaB.com.
Okay, that's so easy to remember. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how you assess a person's hormonal health. For anybody who's wondering, maybe I'm having these issues, what's going to happen when I come to you for a consultation?
Okay, so, I'm not a doctor. Some people who come to me do already have a diagnosis. Some, don't, but they are experiencing some symptoms. So when people come to me, they can book a free 50-minute discovery call, where when they book it, there's an intake form that they share everything that they're experiencing with me so that I could kind of get an idea. I don't provide a diagnosis if they don't have any, but at least I can provide some guidance on, hey, based on what you're experiencing, it could be this. I suggest that you go see a doctor to get a proper diagnosis.
So what are some of the other services that you offer?
Well, there are two ways that you can reap the benefits from my programs. So on my website, I have some do-it-yourself programs for various things, like for fibroids, PCOS, weight loss. You just go, you purchase it, you download it, and you start it whenever you want. And then the other option is to work with me one-on-one. I have a signature 30-day program called Thrive, the 30-day hormone detox for women. And so when you book that free 50-minute discovery call, it's kind of to discover how I might be able to assist you and whether you prefer to go the do-it-yourself route or if you want to work with me one-on-one for 30 days for a personalized approach. And I coach via a dedicated app, and the meal plan is personalized recipe ebook. I also believe in educating people, so it's heavy on education. I have video modules as well as daily lessons in the app. And then they have access to me. I call it like WhatsApp for your health, basically, where, you know, if you need support or if you have questions, I'm right there. You can send me a message, whether voice note or text message, and I'm there to help and support you.
Lovely,
Oh,
lovely,
you seem to thought of it all. Comprehensive
Yes.
services, indeed. And speaking of that, let's talk about the products now. In particular, we're talking about herbal tea, blissfully balanced herbal tea. Your blissfully balanced herbal tea.
Really exciting. I've been working on it for many months, formulating and testing and researching to find the perfect blend for women who struggle with some of the most major hormonal imbalance symptoms. So I wanted to make something that could help women with PMS, period problems like cramps, PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis is another one, as well as women who are in perimenopause and menopause. So I wanted to create something that was not just hormone balancing, but also supports your nervous system, that supports your gut health and immune health, and just, you know, help you to feel better overall. And after many, many months of testing, trying different formulas, trying different herbs and blends, I created something that I think appeals to the senses too, because I didn't want it to be something that you dreaded having. I wanted it to smell good, I wanted it to look good in your teacup, and I wanted it to taste good as well. So besides having all the properties to help women feel better, I wanted it to be an experience as well. So I think I was able to do that. And I'm happy to say that it's already helping a lot of women with a lot of their hormone imbalance issues, including myself, because it's something that I have myself every day.
Lovely. Well, you spoke about your product, so let's let some of your clients speak about your product. We are going to look at some reviews at this time.
Oh,
Yes. Wow. So this client says she started out with you at 168. She was recommended by her best friend, and she didn't expect much. She said she have tried many fad diets, and she thought that was that. But she said your product was completely different. She said, Davina changed my life. I'm now 18 pounds down, and my body feels so much better. The greatest gain for me wasn't the weight loss, it was learning my body and what made it do the things it did. She said you helped her to manage her stress and hormone levels. You taught her what foods were healthy and which were not. And now she's able to live a healthier lifestyle thanks to you. When you hear such things, how does that make you feel, Davina?
I get a little emotional, honestly, because what an incredible thing it is to be able to help somebody feel better. And I think what makes me even happier is that even though a lot of people come to me with their main goal being losing weight, it always ends up being that becomes kind of secondary, and that they value the fact that they're not feeling as stressed, that they're sleeping better, that their clothes are fitting better, that, you know, they're not tired doing normal everyday things. that they value those things a little bit more over the weight loss. And I would say that was the same for me as well. Yeah, it was great losing the weight and seeing the scale go down, but it was also great being able to sleep every night, get restful sleep and not be stressed and not have my period problems and not have migraines and not have gastroesophageal reflux disease. Like those things are so much more important to me now than saying, oh, I lost 50 pounds,
Okay, nice.
All right, well, Davina, we want to thank you for stopping by. In our last 15 seconds, of course, your contact information for anybody who is interested in contacting you. Again, your website.
They can via my website, wellnesswithdavinaB.com, or they can email me at connect@wellnesswithdavinaB.com.